And I noticed that the human race is kind of like doomed. The human race is doomed because you got so many fights, you got so many challenges. You got to create so many shields. You got to create just so many things to defend you in this world, right? So that tells you something. There's a lot of emotional fights going on with everybody. This is not my situation. I'm just saying. Um, and the more I think you isolate yourself for a long period of time, you'll gain. It seems like you'll access so many hidden things that were hidden about the universe, about the world, about the shifts, about human nature, studying human nature. And if you don't study human nature, you're already dead. You're dead from the gate if you don't understand human nature. If you don't constantly analyze human nature, you're gone. You're fish food. There's no hope for you. There's a lot of things that we try to give ourselves as human beings to try to suppress the battles and the emotions the battles create, right? So you constantly got to be thinking like a scientist on ways of working to create and build things that protect you, or you then start creating belief systems. Religion, it can be religion, it can be faith, it can be whatever you believe in, right? Goes back to what I was saying. The human race is doomed because one thing it's not doing, this is how the Matrix fucked everybody, man. It created so many distractions to the point to where when you was birthed in this world, you knew of only a handful of things that everybody else seemed like they was wanting, liking what they had, and you people, the rest of the society mirrored that viewpoint and those viewpoints, right? And it just carried on because people, not all, but a lot of people are very unconscious about what's up, what's going on, what's really moving, how these shifts changes everything, even the human race. When these shifts happen, right? When these shifts happen, you got to be able to read. How is it good? How is it bad? How to use it and not let it abuse you, and turning things into positive meanings and outcomes instead of allowing them to be burdens or whatever, or however it feels, right? The human race is very emotional. Very emotional. People are not mastering their emotions, their emotional intelligence. It is the reason why so many fights are amongst the energy in the universe, to where the universe is spinning off of so much amount and an amount of high dark frequencies, emotions and feelings, actions, and no one is perfect, so that means you must be aware to fix yourself, right? So That means paying attention. Um, Being hyper aware to be able to correct things in self. And awareness heightens your consciousness. Awareness makes you a master of observation. And once you continue that cycle, there's going to be challenges like learning how to control what you're seeing, what's going on, and make it a thing to where you, at first it's not going to be mastered, but as you progress in life, as you live and become stronger by understanding the pieces moving around you. And it's going to be a lot, and you're never going to have the exact pin on what it's doing, what's going on, how this thing going, because so much noise is moving around. So many people are moving around. So many people are attacking with emotional intelligence, which are games. And everyone is guilty of this. No one can exclude themselves from it, period. I don't care who you are. Let's stop thinking about self and analyze human nature. It is the truth. Just analyze human nature. It gives you everything that's wrong. It gives you everything that's going on. It gives you everything that is being motioned around you. Human nature. Once the hand and the mouth move, then those are the two deadliest things. Because the mouth spoke things from the mind, and the mind gives action to the body, which creates action. So then actions may be good, they may be bad. They may be strategic, they may be something sinister. You never know. So your hyper awareness must be mastered. Your emotional intelligence must be mastered. And you're never gonna master it completely. But what you can do is transform it by analyzing it, then turning it to a power. That means when it's happening, whatever is happening, if you've been attacked mentally, physically, emotionally, you must then, once it's happening, if it's not dire, figure out what's the best way to respond. Right there, even when someone just socked you in the face or just did some whatever it don't, how to respond. Should you be emotionally outraged? That causes mistakes. Irrational thinking doesn't give you true logic. So anything that you do is not accurate to what you really should be doing because you was reacting just as fast as the people or whatever came out of nowhere and sideswiped you. So weighing when to go all out or just I'm gonna chill and figure out more and just like vibe out and see what's going on and just wait till the enemy comes on your turf and you demolish it. Or you can just stay aware. But it's a lot. Managing this human mind is a lot. And it's not easy. No one should, if anyone tells you it's easy, they have no answer. And no one has an answer. But if we're hyper aware, then that means when we see, we note. If you're noting, you can recall. If you can recall, you can then take the whole thing, study it, and see what that person or that thing was thinking to figure out what type of move it's making. So your hyper awareness must be mastered, or you should be on the road to mastery all times. When you get around your family, don't think no one's thinking anything. When you get around your friends, don't think no one is thinking. Because this world is so competitive. Everybody is in competition. Everyone has something behind them that says, I must boost my ego. It don't matter if it's downing someone else. It don't matter if it's doing something that's like crossing the line. It don't matter if you're saying something. It don't matter if you just like, when the human society get super competitive, then that's when the damage happens. The damage happens then, because then you must measure their extreme of proving their points versus what you are not trying to do. So now you have to be hyper aware, because you must read and figure out what's going on, what they're thinking, how they're thinking, what moves they're making. Must just analyze. So if I got anything to say to the world, become hyper aware. A lot of people will call it fear. Let them don't let no one place a blanket of their own, because they were told by someone else that, yo, it's just fear. Maybe you're super empathetic to the point where if you conscious of self, if you tapped into self, if you are someone that feels at a very high rate, meaning no energy is unfelt, but it's scary when you have that type of power, because it can send you into an overthinking mode, to where you overthink something is finna happen. Something is finna happen. You just seen the beginning of it. But it's scary to see that who's doing it, how they doing it, and it always comes from those who you know, those who you let in your space. Oh, choose friends wisely, choose people wisely. Everyone is being competitive. If 10 women go out, best believe before they make it to the club, those 10 women are gonna observe all of those 10 women to see who got that shit on, who wore that shit tonight right. And then the one that didn't come as fire is gonna stand next to those who are getting all the attention. So human nature will mirror what is getting the attention. So if you're tracking data, if you're keeping data on society, track, silence all the noise, and become a tracker. Because you're nothing but a sponge anyway, meaning you're nothing but a cell that is collecting data for the new earth in the future. Once your body is in that ground, your energy expands and it's over with. But you live on. Because your energy may not speak out loud, but it's speaking out loud. It's helping the rest of the universe. It's gonna go somewhere. But anyway, peace to all the gods and all the goddesses and those who on the journey to being chosen. And all people are chosen.